Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Shed of Dread, and welcome to this video. Now, this one's going to be sort of a channel update and a personal update, which I'll cover obviously a little bit later. First, thanks very much for these. That's actually got to change now. I've broke 100,000 views. Thank you so much for everybody who watched, whether you loved it or you watched to hate it. Thank you so much. 100,000 views in just over a year is an amazing achievement. This channel is now far more successful than my original channel, which I'd been working on for 5 years, because I've learnt a lot. I understand things and I know how things go now, and hopefully that's reflecting. Obviously, it still says 500 subs there. I'm currently at 599 and one off 600. I never imagined I'd get that far. Just to put it in perspective, the original Gobby Guy channel, which was Dr. 50 and then Gamer 50, got I rebranded over and over again, which didn't work out. The highest I'd ever got to was 343 subs, and I'd been doing that for 4 years. Whereas this one I've been doing for about 18 months now. And it's because I've learned and I've understood, and I'm still learning because I still do things wrong, which is why I always accept constructive criticism on my channel. Because I'm learning all the time. I'm learning new skills, what to do, how to do things. I think my editing's getting better, my intros are getting better, things like that. I am learning, and I will continue to learn forever. But you know, it's been great, and this channel's been awesome. In respect to the channel, some of you may have noticed that I've tried to put some of my gaming stuff on, but I've realised with this experimentation, and I know I've done it a couple of times where I've opened a gaming channel, shut it down, opened a gaming channel, shut it down, because I'm trying. I've learnt that the two things definitely need to be split. So there is Gobby Plays is the new channel. It's not actually producing anything at the moment, but it's there and it's in production and planning and what I'm going to do on that one, and that'll be covered in its own thing, which will have new banners over the top and things like that. As usual, most of that will be done on the computer inside the house. But I will be doing sort of chats and live streams and other things like that. And they will probably be in the Shed of Dread with different things just to sort of reflect where we are. But I definitely need to separate the two. So that's going to happen. I'm not exactly sure when Gobby Plays will actually be sort of like officially launched. There are 30 odd subscribers because it was the original old Gamer 50 channel. And they're just there. So, you know, we're not starting directly from scratch. We have got a few subs that we'll probably lose some, we'll probably gain some, who knows. But that's going to happen. Other things that need to be said on the channel, 5:30 UK time this Friday coming will be the very last Why We Love Doctor Who. Well, kind of. There is the possibility that we will do a one for Halloween, and maybe look at discussing the new series and the 60th when it comes out. They're a little bit further down the pipeline. We'll have to wait and see how they go. But the actual original reason for the start, which was because obviously John the White was very ill, and when he wanted to express his love for Doctor Who, and we've run out. We've come to the end of Peter Capaldi. We're not doing Jodie Whittaker. Now, some will say, why not? Well, because I covered it on the old Gobby channel, and it's why I love Doctor Who. I don't really want to go through probably another 3 weeks of analysing a show I didn't enjoy, and a lot of people didn't enjoy it. I know there are people out there who enjoyed it, and that's absolutely great for you, but I didn't, and I can't sit through going through that again. We've done some specials, as you've seen. We've done the Daleks, we've done the Cybermen. Yes, last Friday was Gallifrey, the Time Lords, and the Master, mainly the Master. So the next episode, we've run out, basically. So it's going to be, we don't want to go, but we're going to have to. And it has been my absolute honour and privilege to host these live streams. These live streams that I've done on my channel are really for John. That was the plan. That was what it was all about. And we've had people along the way. We've had Starry Eyed Girl. We've had the usuals now, which are Golden Age Geek and Burrenshaw. We've had Problem Being on. We've had the privilege of interviewing Ian Levine and Philip Morris. So we've had a very, broad sort of sweep of things, which is awesome. and it's brilliant, but everything comes to its natural end. So that's what's happening this Friday coming. We're bringing it to an end. I hope you can all join us for that. Share why you love Doctor Who. You can, whatever you want to say. It's just going to be hopefully a brilliant ending to an absolutely fantastic series, which, although I've only done a few, will all now going to be, once that's done, over August, which we're having the whole of August off for the Doctor Who thing. But Why We Love Doctor Who will be added to live to podcasts on Apple, etc. So you'll be able to listen to them in podcast form, which I'm going to be doing slowly but steadily. It's just having the time of day, to be fair. So we got that. So that's all good. There's lots of things I still want to do on my channel. I'm still going to be doing the videos. As you can see, I'm kind of drifting away from Doctor Who and doing sort of modern commentary on things that are happening and things like that, because that's where my new interest lies. Not abandoning sci-fi and film and that. It's just we need to adapt, move, and adjust. Because although I love Doctor Who, I have a funny feeling that maybe I won't be watching the next series. Well, I'll cover that in other videos. And you know my reservations. So the channel's going great. It's absolutely awesome. I couldn't expect any more. As I said, the original channel I had, which I deleted, purely to prove a point. If you don't know the story about that, it originally started off as Gamer 5.0. Then it got rebranded as Dr. 5.0. Then it became Gobby Guy. And in the process of that, Melina was being bullied, and I did a We Stand With Melina video, and that went out and to show support for somebody who didn't deserve to be bullied off social media because of an opinion, which sadly people aren't allowed to have anymore. It appears that way, in any case. And in the process of that, people were saying I was doing it to cash in on her problems, and that I was just doing it for views and to promote my channel. So I actually said, okay, I'll let it run for 2 weeks, and at the end of the 2 weeks, to prove a point that it's not for likes, it's not for shares, it's not for views, not for subscribers, I delete the channel, and that's exactly what I did. Now, that didn't mean I was going away for good. I had time to think about things. I had time to reevaluate and understand and take lessons on board. And it's about 18 months ago now. March, April, May, June, July, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 months ago, I relaunched Gobby Guy. And this channel, as you can see, I mean, it says 90,000 there. That's actually now 100,000. I broke that, which is all thanks to you wonderful people out there, you wonderful mother truckers. Whether you watch to love or whether you watch to hate, thanks very much. Subscribers wise, it says 500. I'm actually one away from 600 now, which is great. My original channel, which I ran for 4 years, only ever managed to get to 343. That's because of you, but that's also because I've learned and I understand, and I'm still learning, and that's why I always accept constructive criticism. And slowly but steadily, the computer's improved, the sound system's improved, and I'm slowly but steadily getting a little bit better, a little bit better. The shed has changed a little bit, but that's going to be awesome, and it's great, and I'm genuinely touched that people like what I have to say, or don't like what I have to say, but still watch. And it's just amazing, which is great, absolutely fantastic. So thank you. I hope to carry on producing quality stuff. I'll get better. If you've got improvements that you wish to see, please feel free to tell me. I'm not going to get offended, because what's the point? Everybody gets offended now, but I won't. If it's constructive criticism and it's something that I can do to improve the experience that you're having, then that's great. The only thing I will say is don't say, oh, you need to do this content and that. I do on my channel what I want to do, but if there's a way I can make your experience better, then the comment section and my DMs on both my social medias are always available. So now we get on to the personal news. And I know some people go, oh, well, or, well, so what? But in any case, I just thought I'd let you know. This morning I got a phone call from my doctor, which is now, after 2 blood tests, confirmed that I now have type 2 diabetes. I know a lot of people go, so, and, well, it's partly my fault. I'm overweight. I eat far too much stuff. But things have got to change. I'm going to be on medication for the rest of my life. And I'm going to have to do a lot of lifestyle changes. Now, one of those things that will be happening is I'll be obviously out exercising a lot more than I used to. So you might start noticing that some of the things I do will be on my camera, on my phone while I'm out walking. So that might be a bit of a change. Things have got to change. I'm not worried. I've got a good, positive mental attitude. It is what it is. It's a new challenge. I will rise, adapt, and overcome it. But it's there will also, be every now and again, there will be videos about living with diabetes, because I know a lot of people do that. But it's just something that's happening to me, and sometimes it might be just nice to just get it off my chest and put it out to you lot. So there's some personal news. Things will change, obviously. Alcohol consumption will have to stop, pretty much, because there's, too much of sugars and shit in that sort of stuff. And, lifestyle's going to change. I'm going to have to lose weight. And it's just so you're aware, especially with live streams now. The last couple of live streams, people may have noticed that every now and again my mic goes off. Obviously, that's because I really need to go to the toilet a lot more than I used to. Hopefully, the new medication will knock that down, which I'm going to start on Monday. So, yeah, so and you might see some edits in my videos that are not the brilliantest yet. I'm learning how to do that and how to position myself in such a way that I can do that. But again, that will be because, I have no control over when nature wants me to go for a wee. And it'll explain a lot of other things. And hopefully, everything will be great. But, just so I know a lot of people probably wouldn't give a shit, and probably some people will be thinking, well, you deserve it. Whatever, I'm not fussed. It's just so you know. I know it's not the world's most deadliest disease. It's well within my control. I can sort that out, and I can solve that problem, and I can rise to the challenge. But it's just so you know. Just so you're aware. So if we're doing live streams on Friday and I keep going on my mute and I disappear, you now know why. Because when it's time to go, it's time to go. But there you go. So it's just on a personal level. I'm lucky. I've got good support. I put it on Facebook and Twitter, and I've already got loads of support, and that's absolutely great. And thanks. I'm fine. If anyone needs to know, I'm okay. To be fair, I've had a suspicion that I've got that for the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. Little things have been noticed. So I'm fine. Apart from going to the toilet at the moment, there are no touch wood issues. But we'll all get it all addressed and sorted out, and I'll just keep you updated every now and again. But as I said, I see it automatically as another opportunity. I will need to get out and exercise more. I love walking, so I'll go walking. And therefore, that actually gives me an opportunity to be able to produce even more videos while I'm out walking. So instead of seeing the shed, you're going to see my local park, probably. Or just anything else randomly going on in the background. That'd be awesome. So there you go. That's sort of a channel update. That's an update with me. Obviously, was it today? Sunday when I'm doing this video. Monday, Tuesday. Then my children break up for, like many other kids, parents who've got kids, 6 weeks holiday. The videos will still be coming. They may be a bit more patchy, and of course there will be, the last week in August? Yeah, the last week in August there'll be none, because I'll be away on holiday. The 1st of September, my second eldest daughter's getting married. So I've got that wedding to go to. So that's going to be pretty awesome. It's my stepdaughter. So, but they're my kids. That's how come I've got 7. If you ever wondered, I actually got 7 kids. 3 were from my wife's previous marriage. 2 were from my previous marriage when my wife walked out and left me to look after the kids. And obviously the last 2, Charlie and Lexi, which some of you may have seen on some of the live streams. They're the ones between me and my wife Lisa's. The 2 of us together. So we've had 7 kids. So I've got 3 step kids, 2 and 4 of my own, and Lisa's got 2 step kids and 5 of her own. So it's a big family. It's a massive family. I love my family. So especially over the 6 weeks holiday, if things sort of drop off for a bit, I'm all right. It'll be because I'm doing stuff with the kids. There will be vlogs coming up. we'll be doing day trips and that. And I am actually going to do some filming and that. I'm going to stick them on there. Why not? You know, it's the 6 weeks holiday, it's family, etc. And it's as my channel is what I think, how I feel, who I am, what I am. Then you're going to get to share those things with me. Why not? That's what it's all here for. So I'm going to bring this one to a close. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your message, all of your views, all of your subscriptions, everything, because this channel wouldn't be anything without you wonderful people out there. Even those people who hate me, you know, like whichever particular person likes downvoting every Doctor Who video I do. I have an idea who it is. And if I'm living in your head rent-free, it is what it is. But even that, you downvote and you obviously hate watching, is helping me and my channel. So thanks for that. It's always much appreciated. So, I'm done. As always, you know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's exit stage left. The door's here. You'll see. There you go. There's the door. I mean, it is a small shed. And you can exit and just get out of my shed.